What's going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty, the Lego guy here, and welcome to another Lego Star Wars review. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Mandalorian N-1 Starfighter. That's set 75325. It has 412 pieces, 4 minifigures, came out in 2022, and it retails for 60 USD. This one's an interesting one. A lot of people have been screaming overpriced. We're gonna break down its positives and negatives and find out whether that's true with this model. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And we'll start by taking a look at the box art. Pretty simple background, just shows Mos Eisley. This is based off the Book of Boba Fett, and it has a couple characters from it right here. I do like the fact that they're doing this. This artwork's awesome. And then in the bottom right corner, we have the characters that are included. And then moving to the side of the box, just shows the N1 a little bit more. And then on the back, it gets into some of its features. There's not a whole lot of features, but this is a pretty decent display piece. On the side of the box, just says Lego Star Wars. On the top, we have Peli, and then on the bottom, just the barcode and all that good stuff. Let's now take a look at the set itself. And now making our way to the ship, we'll begin by giving you guys a 360 view of the N1. What I love about this fighter is it's sleek and kind of junky or thrown together at the same time, which is what it's supposed to be. If you guys watched the Book of Boba Fett, you'll know that this is the case. And it's quite a large fighter. Like, this is about 8 inches wide and about a foot in length, which is about a third of a meter in length and about 1/5 of a meter in width. So it's definitely a sizable fighter. It's about roughly the same size as the previous N1s that we've got in the past. Let's now break it down area by area. And the first area that we'll center in on is going to be the 2 cockpits. So first off, just to get to the Mandalorian, very easily just remove him. And they have a very nice sticker piece. Unfortunately, it is a sticker piece, but do like the look of it. Grogu's cockpit is probably perfect and it's adorable. He just sits in there like so. My one complaint with this is you'll notice there is a gap. So I wish that Lego would have improved on that. I'm not sure if they could have, just because Grogu's is circular and it's right behind the Mandalorian's cockpit. So I'm not sure how they'd kind of do that, but again, small little flaw, but I thought I'd mention it. Here's the back of the ship. Love the look of these engines. They look really, really good. Moving to the other one. What I appreciated about it is just how thrown together it looks with all these random pieces. And the other thing, Lego doesn't generally do this, but let's move to the other engine. The 2 engines are different. They're not identical, which just adds a little bit more realism to it. It's just the fine details, and I believe that they got it correct with this fighter. And we'll now give you a view of the underbelly. Pretty simple. Very similar to the previous N1s that they've made. A couple of the features that are included with this ship. First one, if you remove this little hatch basically, you have an area to store the Darksaber along with the Mandalorian's jetpack. And I'm not a big spring-loaded shooter guy, but this one they did excellent. If you just click right here, it shoots off like so. So again, not a big spring-loaded shooter guy, but this one, I love it when they make it a button, and they did that with this fighter. But yeah, that pretty well does the ship. Let's now take a look at the minifigures. And the first 2 minifigures that we'll take a look at is Pelimoto, along with the BD droid. What's interesting about Peli is she has an actual belt piece, so it's not printed, it's a literal piece. And I do like it. The only thing I don't like about it is it makes her a bit too tall. She's supposed to be kind of a short character, and it just makes her a bit too tall. They should have given her medium legs. I think that would have made her perfect. There's her back face printing. And I really like the BD droid. Reminds me of the Fallen Order video game. He's just a very cute little droid. And Pele's decent. It's a decent looking minifigure. Again, she's just a bit too tall. Here's a normal minifigure next to her. And as you can see, it just makes her that much bigger. She's not supposed to be that big of a fig. But still, these are tiny complaints. Decent looking minifigures. Let's now take a look at the final two, which is the Mandalorian and Grogu. And you may be saying these are kind of boring. We've got these in so many different sets. The main difference with this Mandalorian, at least, is he has face printing. Huge improvement over the older ones as far as that goes. And in case you guys have never seen this minifigure, he does have arm printing, which is quite nice. Moving to the rear of him, he also has back torso printing, which will just remove his jetpack and show that off. And here he is without the jetpack. He's definitely one of the more detailed minifigures with his arm printing, leg printing, and now finally face printing, so you can't really fault this figure. He's probably one of the best Lego Star Wars has put out. And Grogu is adorable. In case you guys have never seen him, probably the cutest minifigure ever put out. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Personally, I really like the overall look of this ship. I think it looks very accurate to what we see in the Book of Boba Fett. I think some of the mocks they've made on it are a little bit better, but I still think that this is definitely passable. I also really like the minifigures. Love the fact we finally get a Mandalorian with actual face printing when you remove his helmet. That's great. They should have done this years or a year ago probably, but the fact that they're doing it now, that's at least good, I'd say. As far as the price goes, I feel it is a little bit overpriced. I think that 50 USD would be more fair, which is what I think is going to end up happening. I feel that this set will go on sale, and yeah, if you can get it for 20% off, I think that that's a good deal. I think it's worth that all day long. I really don't have too many complaints about this one, except for the price. I do think it is just a little bit overpriced. But let me know what your personal thoughts are on this one, if you like it, if you don't, any areas you think they could maybe improve on it. Always interested to hear your guys' take, but that pretty well does the review. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future Lego Star Wars reviews, comparisons. We do one of them every single Tuesday, but that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.